Hey there guys, what is up? It's me, Harry Sandberg, back here with a brand new video, and the Flash movie starring Ezra Miller had some interesting information released both before and after DC Fandome, including concept art, new details about the plot, and potential crossovers. I'll be covering details regarding the Batman's Flashpoint, where the story could go, and other heroes we could see pop up in this film coming to theaters July 1st, 2022. So, let's get started. One of the topics talked about at the Flash panel was the idea of the multiverse, and it is said that the cinematic multiverse will be introduced in this movie, which could lead to many different crossovers, including Ezra Miller's Flash meeting Michael Keaton's Batman. However, a detail regarding this movie dates back to the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover on the CW, where we got to see Flashes collide with Grant Gustin meeting Ezra Miller. The detail comes in this line here.
I'm also the Flash.
You're also the what?
The Flash?
The Flash? The Flash?
Now, it was confirmed by Jim Lee himself that Ezra Miller's Flash will take the name The Flash after meeting Grant Gustin's Flash. And I'm hoping we get to see this scene again on the big screen, but showing how Ezra arrives in that setting. Ezra Miller himself has also said, we also have multiple people playing the same characters. By opening that multiverse door, all of these stories and characters can start to collide. It blows our minds the level of possibilities that exist with this character and this story. And thanks to Crisis on Infinite Earths, we now know that both the television and film universes are one in the same. So that means we could get even more glimpses into different heroes spread throughout the multiverse. It was confirmed that both Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck will be returning to this film to reprise their roles as their own respective Batmans. Michael Keaton, of course, played Batman in the 1980s movie Batman and the sequel in 1990, Batman Returns, and Ben Affleck, of course, playing the current-day DCEU's Batman. Now, it will be interesting to see where we pick up with Keaton's Batman, seeing as last time we saw him in the first film, he defeated the Joker, and in the sequel, Batman Returns, was fighting both Penguin and Catwoman. We could also get the return of Alexander Knox, played by Robert Hall, who cameoed in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And of course, while it makes sense the DCEU's Bruce Wayne would have to have a continued presence in that timeline and in Barry's life, Affleck publicly walked away from the character and the DCEU back in 2019. Although, I have heard that this could essentially be a passing of the torch moment, with Affleck passing the cow back to Keaton and him continuing with the role. This film will incorporate elements from the 2011 Flashpoint comic series. This story details an alternate DC universe in which Barry Allen seems to be the only one aware of the differences between the regular timeline and the altered one, including Cyborg being the quintessential hero like Superman, Superman being held captive as a lab rat, Thomas Wayne as Batman, who is rumoured to be in this film, and Wonder Woman and Aquaman at war with Western Europe decimated. Ultimately, it turned out the Reverse Flash was the character causing this to happen, and it looks as though he might be the main antagonist in this film. Andy Muschietti said the most important thing is that it gets to your heart. He could be referring to either the father figuring either one of the Batmans could give Barry, or Barry having his mother back but not his father. He also gave details regarding the plot, saying it's a time travel story, which is very exciting. He has the power of changing the events in the past, but in doing so, can change the space-time continuum. He then went on to say that this film is immensely important because if you look at the DC universe, you have all these characters who exist in their own bubble. So this could mean that throughout the course of the film, we could see various versions of other DC heroes. Along with new information, we also get a brand new look at Barry Allen's new suit, which will be made by Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. The new suit looks more slimming and, as Andy Muschietti called it, organic, compared to the suit he dons in Justice League, which is a development silicon-based quartz and fabric, abrasion and heat resistant. Now, this suit kinda has a similar look to Grant Gustin's Barry Allen suit. If you remember from the Crisis crossover, Ezra's Flash does say this line.
I like your outfit. It seems comfy.
Yours is pretty cool.
Smooth.
Seems safe and
breathable.
So, along with taking the name of the Flash, he also might ask Bruce Wayne to make him a suit based off Grant's. We also see lines of light across his suit, which is also complemented with the classic yellow lightning surrounding him, which is different compared to the bluish colour seen in Justice League. And the wings on his mask also resemble the ones worn by the Flash from the 1990s TV show. Now, in this next image, we get this really cool look of Flash and Batman. And as we can see, this is Michael Keaton's Batman. Notice the yellow insignia on his chest. The car in the background could either be an enemy soldier's car, seeing as the two are being held at gunpoint, or even Keaton's Batmobile. The two also look to be underground, so the two could either be tracked back to the Batcave or maybe breaking in to an underground base of operation. We then see the Flash in this really cool and colourful background, which could just be an already background used for the presenting of the art, or maybe Muschietti's version of the Speed Force. Christina Hodson did say that she saw some of his doodles and also said they were literally unlike anything that we the audience have ever seen before. Now, a few names were dropped during the panel of people and places that some of the main crew would love to see Barry Allen go to and meet. Andy Muschietti even teased the idea of crossing Barry Allen into the world of Game of Thrones, a property owned by Warner Brothers' parent company WarnerMedia. And I mean, if Elmo can do it, I don't see why we can't see Barry Allen on the Iron Throne. Ezra Miller himself has said that he wants to meet Nick Cage. However, he did clarify he wants to meet the actor Nick Cage, jokingly saying that he has the ability to transcend space-time and not the Superman that never was. Even though that would be pretty cool. Christina Hodson has said she'd love to see him work with Robert Pattinson's Batman, saying that she's known the new Caped Crusader since he was in diapers. Walter Hammond has said that Pattinson's Batman is on a new Earth, so it's just a wonder of if that crossover can happen. And Barbara Muschietti has said she'd love to see Flash paired up more with Wonder Woman. Let me know what you guys like to see in the comments down below. Me personally, I would love to see Ezra go into the Lego Batman universe because I think that'd be pretty funny. So what could we see in this upcoming Flash movie? Well, more versions of some of our favourite heroes. Seeing as this film will open the door to the multiverse, it is more than likely we are going to see some old and familiar faces along with some new ones. We could also see the appearance of Iris West, who will make her DCEU debut in Snyder's cut of Justice League. And of course, Eobard Thawne himself, Reverse Flash, probably being the villain, seeing as he is the villain in the Flashpoint comic and is most likely going to be the villain here. We might also see a father-son relationship build between Ben Affleck's Batman and Ezra Miller's Flash. And they might do the exact same thing Marvel did with Iron Man and Spider-Man. I mean, Batman is already building his new suit, so you know, they're on their way of going up that route. We could also see a DC TV crossover, most likely with the scene from Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I do have a theory of how this could fit into the film. Now, seeing as Cyborg is the quintessential hero of Flashpoint, it would only make sense that Flash would want to go and get his help. Now, in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover in this very scene, Ezra's Flash does mention this line. So, maybe after going to talk to Cyborg, he figures out a way to travel between universes and therefore ends up in this one with Grant's Flash. And finally, Barry causing changes in the timeline. Now, in the Flash TV show, there is an episode called Flashpoint where Barry goes back in time, saves his mother from getting killed and his father from going to prison, and in turn, imprisoning Eobard Thawne. When he returns to his current timeline, everything is not as it seems, with Iris and Joe in conflict, Cisco's brother being dead, and John Diggle having a son instead of a daughter. Now, it would only make sense that they carry this trope over to the movies, and it'll be interesting to see what changes come out of this film. Thank you guys so much for watching my breakdown of the Flash 2022 movie. Let me know in the comments down below what you think might happen in this film, and make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification to get notified of the next upload, which will be my breakdown of the Snyder Cut Justice League trailer, and I'll see you guys in the next video.